Hello, Rashida. Please come to my office now. Okay. Come in.
Yes, boss.
All right, Rashida. I just received a letter of notification of audit from IRB. I do want to ask why is this letter? Why we still have this? Why we received this letter?
I'm not sure about that, boss, because I think there's no non-compliance regarding our company's tax computation, and we have provided enough evidence and information for them.
So, what is this letter for? Because I think this letter will give a bad reputation to our company. Is this because our tax agent does not do their work properly?
I think tax agent.
Before the role of tax agent is, the first phase is there must be like letter of appointment by the client itself. If the tax agent, whenever they've been appointed, then only they're able to do their roles as a tax agent. So after they have been appointed as a tax agent for that particular client in all the cases, then they will proceed to like helping or being the middle person between IRB and the client. They will conduct analysis whether they want to give advice to the client how to reply the letter, how are we going to this, how's the approach of these findings. So may at the same time we will like give them advice whether we want to go take to the court or even settle it between IRB when we have to conduct meeting between IRB and the client.
Can we do something to solve this problem? How about you deal first with our tax agent and consult him regarding this matter?
Okay, I will call him now.
All right.
Hello, Mr. Anas. Yeah, I'm Fatih Rashida from J1 Sendirian Berhad. Okay, our company has received a letter from IRB regarding tax audit. So, what is tax audit actually?
The first phase usually the client will be receiving a letter from IRB and then Revenue Board informing them they are being audited. So the first one will be a desk audit. Desk audit is mainly a submission of document at first place, where they need to submit all the audited accounts, financial statements, their tax com, any incentive that have been given to them by the government or even IRB itself. Then soon after that, we go to the second phase, which is mainly on the audit findings. Basically, IRB have conducted the analysis of all the documents being provided. And so after that, the IRB will give us a letter about the finding itself. And we have been given not the tax, but the client have been given 21 days to reply the letter. The letter is just to say whether they are agreed with the tax findings or whether they want to counter back with the findings by the IRBs.
Okay. So, what are the procedures involved?
Okay, the first procedure I would say I will talk briefly on the procedure of tax audit. Like I mentioned before, in tax audit they have two types of audit: desk audit and field audit. Desk audit I mentioned before, they will like if you inform the client that they have been audited, that this is the documents that need to be submitted. Once they received it, and if they are not happy, they will conduct another one, which is called field audit. Field audit is just to confirm whether the client actually are doing the business. Certain matters that which they need to like really make sure, okay, they are doing this, they are doing that, as mentioned in their audited accounts or in their tax computation. Soon after that, they will come out with their own findings. I will come out with their own findings, and they will also inform them whether the client will be penalty or the audit case is closed, just like that. For example, if there will be penalty, the taxpayer will be given like 21 days to reply to the letter, and soon after that, then you can come up reasoning whether they agreed with all the findings or not. If they are not agreed, then they are able to counter argue back or have a discussion with IRB officers on how to go on with this case. If the both parties are not happy with the conclusion of it, they can take to another step, which is go to the Director General of IRB. From that, they will talk about how the DGIR will play and act as a judge, as a middle person to come up with the best solution for both parties. However, rarely all tax audit cases go to the court unless the taxpayer has really strong argument which they can fight with the rules of the IRB. Then after that, they can bring this case.
So how long it takes to conduct this tax audit?
The first phase, the submission of documents that have been given 28 days. That's the first phase. Soon after that, the duration between first phase and the second phase were the findings. It may take 1 year, it may take 6 months. It depends on the availability of the officers to analyze all the information given. So we cannot specifically say, oh, they have been given 6 months. The IRB will decide when they will give you the findings. There are some cases, 1 month they are already given the findings. Some cases they just keep quiet, and after 1 year and a half they come back with the findings. So that's the role of the tax agent, to make sure that all they need to be like very updated with or liaise with the IRB officer. How's the status of the tax?
Okay, Mr. Anas, thank you so much for your explanation. I will call you later if I have any question.
Hi guys, I've heard about tax audit recently. So what is the causes for tax audit actually?
Tax is normally about incentive and the deduction part. Sometimes the client says, okay, this expenses is non-deductible, but they take it as deductible expenses. So that's what caused them to be underpaid. Their tax will be underpaid. It's one of the reasons of it. And beyond that, like for example, incentive, they have been given, okay, whenever they have been given incentive, they have a duration of time. This incentive is only for 5 years or 10 years. For example, like ITA, investment tax allowance, right? Then you can renew. It depends on the IRB itself, the one that giving the incentive. Sometimes they already expired, but still they claim for allowance. So that sort of things that play an important role, which cause them to be audited, most of them. Or sometimes if it's suspicious numbers, which can trigger, okay, how come you're claiming a lot of donation, for example, donation exemption, right? So how come if you spend a donation like 5 million, so it's like very suspicious. It depends on the IRB, especially IRB when they want to meet the KPI. Especially towards the end of the year, like right now, there are a lot of tax audit.
But they will just pick randomly, like most of the cases.
In real life, I would say yes, they will pick randomly, but according to our IRB guidelines about the tax audit, they got specifically mentioned either based on the forms or is it based on a third-party information, or even sometimes they are due to be audited or something.
Do you know anyone who have experience being tax audit?
They will ask the client to give an introduction about their company, about their businesses, about their work chart, how long these businesses have been doing, so on and so forth. And then the next one will be like, the second day will be like they want to analyze all the company records, whether their accounting records, whether they file their tax form properly, all that sort of things. The third one will be if they are not happy, they may conduct an interview with all the staff. But not all the staff, I will say all related staff.
So, what are the documents needed during the tax audit?
Anything, they are only assisting the client to submit the documents. For example, all the documents are being provided by the client. For example, audited accounts, Form C, etc., incentive letters, and something. For example, if we are the one who are doing the corporate tax for them, corporate tax form, then we are able to provide them as well. Sometimes the RB will ask for summarize of the summary of the incentive. Anything information is related to the company client, then the tax agent will help assist in providing that.
What will happen if the company is held guilty?
Yes, it will affect the business, especially when the tax com is like underpaid If underpaid, that means they need to revise their tax form, they need to resubmit their tax computation in Form C. Beyond that, they are also being penalized. Maybe possibly a 25% penalized. So basically, whatever they're being underpaid, they need to pay tax on that value. At the same time, they will be paid the additional penalty fees. So it will be affecting the business quite.
Can the company ask for reduction?
It depends on whether you have a strong case or not. IRB might say on the findings, oh, this is non-deductible, but actually we deduct. If we think that as a tax agent, we need to get the client, okay, why you deduct these expenses? If we have a very legit reason why this expense to be deductible, then it's okay, we can deduct. Maybe the penalty, I'm not saying the 25% rate you drop to 15, not like that, but the underpaid tax which we can reduce.